What's up, everybody? This is BakaBites. I'm Frankfurter. That is Magically Average, and today we're going to talk about anime LARPing. There's a lot going on recently, and this term is being thrown around a ton. And I think that we just kind of need to have, as a community, an open discussion about this because I feel like we're using the term loosely in some correct ways and then others not so much.
Yeah,
Um, it, we'll get into
yeah,
it, but I
yeah.
think the yeah, I know. Whatever, buddy. But really what's kickstarted this whole thing and made it even more prominent than it already was is the fucking Paul brother, not Jake
Good
Paul,
old
the fucking
Logan,
other Logan, that other dipshit. Um
WWE star or whatever wrestling.
Logan Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah, he basically kickstarted this by buying graded manga last week, in which, he's never really been known for an anime person, let alone a manga person. But as of recent times, he's really been known for WWE, being a personality, like a podcast personality, and Pokemon cards. And within the last like 6 months, I feel like he's been into One Piece TCG, which I really haven't heard much about that other than the fact that like when he first got into it, like he bought a bunch of cases and that was about it. And
yeah.
I was just like, you know what? That TCG's already kind of gone to hell in a handbasket, anyways, trying to find cards. So whatever, it is what it is. But now he's into buying graded manga, which I find very odd. For the fact that one, graded manga really just isn't a thing. Not a lot of people pay attention to it, so it's really just not a thing. And I think the biggest concern with people right now is that this will eventually lead into people buying volume ones, like first editions of volume ones in the stores, and buying up the stock to get them graded and then sell them. But it's honestly, I feel like, going to just be like that market is non-existent or barely existent to begin with. So I feel like it's just going to cannibalize itself to the point where this shouldn't be a huge issue.
Here,
Like, am I wrong there? Because like I feel like the only time I've ever heard of graded manga was like the first time we had Sloth on the show. And he was like, "Yeah, I've got one. I don't really care for it, but like I've got one." And I was like, "Okay,
yeah.
cool. That's a weird thing, but sure, why
Uh,
not?"
it-
So it seems like such a weird thing to get into a tizzy about.
so I'm gonna challenge you in that I argue there is no market for graded manga because I don't think people are buying manga that's already been graded in the same way that people buy like graded Pokemon cards or One
Yeah.
Piece or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, Magic. Like that's where I get confused because in my mind for there to be a market there needs to be a demand. There's clearly a supply. People can go out
Yeah.
and get graded manga now. It's a service through I think Beckett.
Beckett for sure, and I think there might be one other one, but
Yeah, there's a
I'm not
smaller one, but I know Beckett was like the first one. And it's like, okay, cool. Like I I don't know who you're advertising to specifically, but it's a service. I'm sure people will eventually go and get some of their manga graded for whatever reason. Who knows? But I think it's if I had to wager, or maybe it's just me being a hopeful person in this space, I have to wager that more people than not are getting manga graded for their own personal collection and not to resell.
yeah, I could
Cause
see that being one of the
so
arguments of doing it.
yeah, cause like okay, for you made a point about how like people are gonna go to like bookstores and buy up first editions of stuff. The thing is, you can't find first editions of volumes. Like I
Viz
probably
is the only one. Viz is the only one that actually puts in there what edition it is.
right, but what I'm saying is like you'd have to go to like a used bookstore or somehow find a collector that's got just a massive amount of first editions cuz
Yeah.
like you can't go to Barnes and Noble and go over to the Naruto like
Section and find it. No.
yeah, you're gonna open it up and it's gonna be like 30-second printing of Naruto Volume 1. It's like, who the
That's
fuck
true.
cares that you have the 30-second edition printing for Volume 1? Like, I actually should go back and look at my One Piece one, because I remember buying One Piece really early on when it came out in the US. So I'm like, oh,
The
maybe I have a first edition.
editions are usually holographic. For One Piece, Naruto, and Yu Yu Hakusho, I believe those
I
three
might
holographic covers.
have to go back and look.
So
I might have that.
if
But
I remember correctly, I could be completely wrong, but if I remember
but
correctly, they limited it to like 2,000 editions per series.
but regardless, let's say I had a first edition One Piece and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna get it graded, I would keep it. First off, I should make it very, very clear. I would never in a million years get any of my manga or my Jump volumes or anything graded. I think it's
Same
stupid.
page.
I think it's really
Same.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if I were to, as like a collectible piece, it would be for my own personal collection. It wouldn't be to resell in the manga graded market at an obscene price, just because I'm like, oh well, if there's a demand for a 9.5 One Piece Volume 1 First Edition for $250,000, I might as well just sell it. I feel like, why? Like, no. Like, that doesn't, to me,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. And part of me, and I know people would be like, there's no way you wouldn't fucking sell it for $250K. I would, first off, if someone was willing to offer me that, I would look you straight in your face and be like, you're a fucking moron. If you're willing to give me $250,000 basically for free because this is, to me, worthless, then sure. If that's your prerogative, have at it. If you think in years down the road it's going to be double, triple, quadruple that, you're going to make like $1 million off this investment, good for you, my man. I'm proud of you. In my mind, though, there's no inherent value to getting a manga graded. There's just none. So, like, when we talk about the supply and demand piece, I'm like, there shouldn't be a demand. There's nothing valuable here. Like, you can go to the store and buy a volume 1 of One Piece. And who cares that it's not the first edition? You know what I mean? Like, this is the other thing too. Sorry. All right, go ahead. I
was gonna say let's get a little bit more back on topic, because I feel like grading manga could be its own separate discussion. But back on the topic of just being
this
like
one's
an
a frustrating
anime
one to
LARPer.
me. This one's a frustrating one.
It is. But being an anime LARPer, I feel like in this instance, it almost feels disingenuous to be calling him a LARPer. Like, I know I used the term this morning when I texted one of our buddies. I was like, I can't wait for this LARPer to go elsewhere. I really thought about it afterwards, and I was like, no, this is more rage bait than LARPing. Like, he's not, like, there's no, like, yeah, he's kind of jumping into our hobby hoping to make a quick buck, and then he'll jump out. Like, I get that. That's just a fucking homie hopper right there. He's just the fucking collectible, what's the term? Hobby hopping. There you go. Instead of homie hopping, he's hobby hopping. Like, he's just trying to figure out what can make him money at the time, and he's just hopping hobbies. I don't think that he will eventually, like, if he's getting into anime, great. Don't call him a LARPer, because if he genuinely enjoys the thing, wonderful. I will say, him reading that volume on the plane or whatever, that picture is just asininely hilarious for the fact that the volume is in Japanese. To my knowledge, homeboy don't know fucking Japanese.
I mean, you never know. He went to Japan for a long time and did all those recordings.
Yeah, he also did a lot of vlogging in the forest too.
Yeah, we don't. It's just.
Yeah, but B, it's volume 1 of like the first chapter of One Piece, so it is the title cover. It is the first chapter that's going to be in the book, and the homeboy has it opened up to the middle of the book as if he's fucking reading this. It's just rage bait. It's just rage bait. It's not anything more. You're just letting him get to you. It's just rage bait. But at the same time, him dressing up in that costume was kind of funny, because he was compared to, like, there's Bizarro Man for Superman. There in One Piece there is Bizarro Luffy, and somebody compared him to basically the Bizarro Luffy, and it made me fucking cackle. It was great, but like I feel like it's more rage bait than anything. It's disingenuous. I don't believe that he actually is going to get into anime or manga or whatever. But at the same time, like if he is, great. Don't stop him. Don't be a gatekeeper. I don't like the dude, but I'm not gonna gatekeep him from enjoying like the hobby that I like. Is it gonna probably bring a bit of headache down the road? Sure, absolutely, because you got somebody like him associating with your hobby. But outside of that, like if he's trying to get into the hobby and he's trying to get into anime and manga, like why stop him? That's just another person bringing, you know, our hobby into the limelight to like be like, hey, this is a normal thing. This isn't a weird, strange thing that you should, socially ridicule people for. I don't know. That's
I
kind of my whole take on the Logan Paul aspect of it.
I okay. I like half agree with you and half vehemently disagree with you.
Okay.
I so I'm gonna say something blasphemous to start, I guess, because I feel like the anime community is very opinionated, like many communities are.
It is
And there's been a very
just as
staunch.
bad as like the Marvel comic community or
I
just
mean,
regular
you could
American
talk about
comic
any
community.
like online
Yeah.
communities in general are just like a toxic wasteland of people spouting absolute fucking nonsense and thinking that they're right because they're the loudest or they got the most upvotes or whatever. Doesn't matter. Um, but I like everyone's taking this very like staunch approach or like it has a very staunch response, I should say, to the Logan Paul thing specifically, and then more widely to anime LARPing, which if you're not familiar with the term, don't fret. I was not until like a couple days ago. If you don't know what LARPing is, it stands for live action role playing. The insinuation being you're only feigning liking anime to get attention and clout or whatever. Like you're doing it. It's like I don't know if it's a step up or down from the anime tourist, which we talked about. I feel like like a year ago. It's probably even more recent than that. But like, it's the idea that you're just a passerby that's taking
Not
the
really into the actual hobby, but is going to like present yourself as liking the hobby and very into the hobby.
but it's specifically the I think the implication is that you're getting a benefit from the hobby being more mainstream now. Like you have to be benefiting in some fashion for you to be like a LARPer. Not just like
Okay.
because who gives a fuck if some Joe Schmo like poses with a volume of manga or like starts making videos. Like no one cares. But if you're like an influencer or someone in the spotlight or whatever and you like start to gain traction because well, you hear this person likes anime, like there's no way, and like their following starts or like they start to spin off and do other things in the anime world, right? Like I think it's that piece that people are like, that is the LARPing aspect. The tourism aspect was always like you shout from the rooftops your stupid opinion even though you haven't watched enough anime. Like that's what people were complaining about before. Like you need to bite
You
your
watched
tongue.
500 series in order for you to have an opinion.
That post, yeah, that gets me frustrated.
I have 500 under my belt, and my opinion is you can have an opinion, but
Yeah.
if you haven't watched a lot, just don't shout it. You might
Like,
look
it's
just silly.
everyone's fine to have an opinion. But kind of tying it to someone who went through it, and I mean, hopefully now people understand like she's very much a part of the anime community, like it has been for a while. Megan the Stallion, like,
Which is in the news for other reasons.
yeah, I saw the news and I was like, I looked at my
Anyways.
wife and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to sacrifice myself and I will go to comfort her. So I hope you understand this.
Uh,
But no, like when she came out originally and was like talking about anime and stuff, like she got so much hate. She was like, "There's no way she's a real fan. She's fake as fuck." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, first off, who cares? Like who cares? Even if she was making fun of anime, like same thing with Jamal Williams, the running back for the Packers, the
The
Lions, the
Lions.
Saints, and I don't know
Yeah.
who he's with now. He was the same way. Like he was talking about anime all the time, Pokemon. Like they have famous clips of him. Like one of the newscasters actually in Detroit, like said Pokemon, and he corrected. He's like,
Yep.
don't say Pokemon, man. That makes you sound
Don't be
old.
doing
He's like,
that.
don't be doing that. Yeah, it's great. He's like, I just want to go home, hang out with the cats, watch anime,
I mean,
play Pokemon. Like people
and
give celebrities and athletes a whole bunch of shit for liking anime, and it's like, why do you think they're so different from us? Is it just because they're popular, talented, athletic? Like you just don't think you think you have to be this like incel fucking like shut in to like anime? Like no. Like
I mean, even the most recent example is The Weeknd. He's presenting at the
yeah.
Crunchyroll Awards, and everybody was just like, "That's so disingenuous. Why would you put him up there? He doesn't like anime."
Motherfucker,
His
he
earliest music used samples from anime, and it's
yeah.
just like,
He
what the fuck are
sampled
you talking about?
before, like when he was like effectively homeless. He was making
Yeah.
music using samples from like, was it Code Geass or something, or Yu Yu Hakusho or
Oh, dude,
something? It's like old,
I
like
think it was Yu Yu Hakusho, but
yeah.
it definitely wasn't. Well, no, maybe it was Code Geass.
I don't
You
know.
said Code Geass, and my brain went to Code Lyoko. I was like, I
No,
don't think
not
it was
Code
Code Lyoko.
Lyoko. God damn it.
But yeah,
No,
I
but
mean,
like it's like
point is, like, he has been there. He's
yeah.
like, he may not just shout it
Okay,
from the rooftops, but he's still a fan.
but okay, and I was just gonna make this point too. What if they brought out like, I don't know, let's go crazy. What if they brought out
Adam
Kendrick?
Scott. Oh,
What? Adam
I don't know.
Scott?
I was just watching a TV show and he was in there, and I was just like, let's shout him out.
Okay. I
Anyways,
let's go with Kendrick instead, because to my knowledge, Adam Scott's not a musician. But let's say they were like, hey, guess what? Kendrick's performing a song or two at the Anime Awards, right? Would
yeah,
people be upset? Like legit, would people be upset?
I
Do you
think the
think
incels would, but I don't think like a majority of people would.
okay, then why the fuck does it matter if The Weeknd does it? Or Green Day? Or any new artist? Like who cares? Sabrina Carpenter. Like who the fuck cares? Why does it matter? They could, and you know what? This is part of the blasphemy that I'm gonna start spewing. So you clutch your pearls, anime fans and communities out there, because this is gonna be a tough one to get through. Let's just pretend that The Weeknd didn't sample anime music, not into anime, right? He just comes out on stage, says, "Yeah, I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen and Frieren. This goes out to these types of shows," and plays a song. And the dude's never seen an episode. Would you care? You shouldn't, because it doesn't fucking matter. And you know why it doesn't matter? Because it doesn't impact you or your ability to watch anime. And I think that's where the core of my argument is coming from with this whole LARPing thing, is that people can whine and complain about Logan Paul. They can whine and complain about other celebrities or other influencers or other people just in the spotlight about, oh, they're a fake fan. Oh, they're not a part of the anime community. They didn't have to go through the trials and tribulations that I did in middle school and high school, getting bullied and blah, blah, blah. I'm a true anime fan. I've got the scars to prove it. Okay. But who cares? Is Logan Paul dressing up as Luffy and pretending to read a Japanese version of One
Volume
Piece?
of One Piece.
Is that affecting your life at all? No. Are his peons that follow him and like his content that might get into anime, are they inhibiting your ability to watch anime online? No. So why does it matter if these people, even if they're pretending, why does it matter? And I don't want to say the obvious, but I feel like it needs to be said to anime fans the most, because usually everything just flies over their head.
Take a shower?
No, not that. I mean, that can go for a lot of communities, okay? And I'm a part of many of
That's
them.
fair.
The trading card
Yeah.
one, probably the most egregious. Um,
Anyways,
no,
sorry, not to interrupt, but
it's my whole issue is like, oh man, now you made me lose my train of thought. It'll come back to me.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. No, it's okay. It's coming back to me. It's just I now I lost it again. It's
Okay.
fine.
Well,
It'll return. But like the point I was gonna go to was basically it even if people again pretend or feign to like a hobby, if it doesn't directly impact you, why do you care so much? Why does it bother you? It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. And
it should,
like
but I think the reasoning why people are more so upset with this one than anything else is the fact that Logan Paul is a very tumultuous person, and like there's a lot of controversy that surrounds him, that people don't like him like being associated with anything to do with him. So like he's in our hobby now. That's probably the only
I
reason I can think of. But
I don't
aside
want to
from
be
even
that
that,
person, but who cares? Who cares? There's no hobby out there. There's no one has an interest that is safeguarded from the bullshit that other people might bring into the community. I'm sorry to say it.
I
And I
no, I
like
agree.
I think I can speak volumes to this too because this is gonna make me sound narcissistic or egotistical or whatever. But no, but like I feel like I'm really weird in that I I could like over the weekend. I went golfing with my brother. I came back. I watched anime. I made dinner. I watched some sports on TV. Did some chores. I played video games. Like I'm saying all this to say I do athletic things. I've played hockey. I've played football. I play golf still. Like I'm a huge sports fan. In fact, if anything, I'm more of a sports fan than I am an anime fan. To be very clear, I'm
That I would
wearing
attest
my
to.
Pistons gear right now. Like I didn't. I'm nerdy too. Like I didn't get through high school and college and law school just from my dashing good looks. This is all
Is
just to
that
say like
bizarre?
I never fit into a particular group. So like I was flowing through like all these different friend groups and different interests and hobbies and blah blah blah. So like I look at myself and I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel like a little bit of an outlier because I'm not what one probably imagines when you meet someone. You're like, hi, I'm into anime. You're like, you are? So like this is
Well,
where I get frustrated too. Is why is it surprising that someone like Jamal Williams or Megan Thee Stallion or there's a bunch of like basketball and football players that love anime, like
yeah.
diehard anime fans, and I'm just like, why? Why does it surprise you? There's a football player that he plays for the Saints, I think. He's huge into Magic the Gathering, huge, like has like 20
I know who you're
plus
talking
commander
about. I just
decks.
don't
Yeah,
remember.
I think he's a defensive lineman, but he's got like a ton of commander decks. He goes to Japan often too because I think he's kind of a weeb as well, and like, but he'll go there and like buy Magic cards there too and stuff like. And I'm like, yeah, he's one of us, and it's just so frustrating when I think in my mind I'm like, oh, it's so cool, like we have these type of athletes or celebrities or musicians that are like a part of the anime community. But I feel like I'm the minority in that mindset because every other comment I see online is there's no fucking way this person is into the hobby. I sincerely doubt that they've watched anime that long. They must only be into it because of Demon Slayer. They're a fake ass fan. What a LARPer. And I'm like, dude, shut up. Why this is not affecting you. It's not that it's not. It's nothing. It's
It's not
fine.
that
Leave it
serious.
alone. Leave it alone. Who cares? Who cares? Like if even again if they're faking it, who gives a fuck? It does not affect you. Okay? I
Yeah.
like it's fine. Just
Worst
you
case
don't
scenario, you
have to
see him on
talk
the
about it.
street or at a restaurant, and you could say, "Hey, I heard you're into this," and then you can have a conversation. It's a good
Yeah.
icebreaker, but at the same time, like, if they're not, then whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But
I
I
yeah.
do think that we should back away from the term LARPing just for the fact that
Oh, I
this isn't any role playing game anything. So like live action role playing, like
this is just
no,
life. Period.
this is life.
It's anime
Period.
L.
Like if
Anime
you're
life.
dressing up and cosplaying, like yeah, that's a bit more LARPing, but at the same time, like it's fine. You're just enjoying the fandom, and you have appreciation, so you're dressing up as the fandom. Great, wonderful.
Yeah.
Like that's more LARPing than just like, oh, I bought anime. Great. Like you could call Logan Paul a LARPer because he dressed up as, you know, the fake Luffy guy. I forget the fucking character's name, and now
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
have to
he's
look it up.
dressed up as Monkey D. Luffy, but I think the joke was that he.
Oh
just
no, I
is
know,
the
but
other guy.
there is a character that is
No, I know,
like
I know who you're referring
yeah.
to. But
uh
again,
Demalo Black is what the
sure.
character's name is. But just like I think we need to back away from the term LARPing and either just say, hey,
No,
I don't think that this person is being, or I think they're being disingenuous. They're not actually into the hobby, or they are. But even at the end of that, who cares if they are into the hobby or not? Like, if they're just trying to do it for clout, just ignore them and it'll go away. And if it doesn't, then it's just like, great, let them fucking fall on their face whenever they're asked a real question about the fandom. And if they can answer it, great, they are part of the fandom. Whoop-de-doo.
I think we should just. I'm putting my foot down and saying enough with the LARPing, enough with the tourism, enough with just like I don't want to be that person, but
I
you
do
guys are
like
becoming the
hobby.
bully. You
I
guys
do
are
like
becoming
hobby hopping. That is fun.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's describing some. I guess I'm a hobby hopper. Like I go between this and I've got to write a D&D campaign. I've got to do. I'm going golfing again eventually. I'm playing Flesh and Blood on Wednesday. Like I do a whole bunch of shit throughout the week. But I just like my stance is we need to stop with the anime LARP. We need to stop with the anime tourism. Just calm down. Again, truthfully, those that are spewing this and continuing this type of rhetoric, you are becoming the bullies. You're the ones that are but it's not even just more gatekeeping, right? The idea behind gatekeeping was always like you're trying to protect the anime community, or you're trying to protect a community, right? That's when you imply that you are gatekeeping. The insinuation is there is something that which you need to protect, and you are protecting it. Whether it is for the right or wrong reason, that would be to be determined. But this isn't gatekeeping. There's nothing to protect. They're literally being like, hey, I'm into anime. Again, whether it's truthful or not, who cares? But if they're like, hey, I'm into anime, and you're just going, you're a fake fan, you don't belong here. You didn't go through all the stuff that we went through in high school, blah, 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 crybaby story, this, that, the other thing. You are not a part of this community. That goes beyond gatekeeping into pure bullying. And I'm not saying people are bullying Logan Paul, okay? And I don't want people to rush out and be like, you're really defending Logan Paul? I'm not defending Logan Paul. I'm not even coming to the defense of like Megan Thee Stallion or The Weeknd or anyone. Yeah. Like, first off, they don't need me to defend them. None of them. Even Logan Paul. Like, my whole point is this is at the celebrity and the high-profile type people, right? You don't think this translates over to, like, people that you know in life? Like that one guy that might have bullied you or been mean to you in high school for watching it, and you find out that they're now into anime? You don't think your mind goes, fuck that guy. I'm going to go out and I'm going to gatekeep. I'm going to make sure that everyone knows that he's a fake fan, that he's not really a part of the anime community. Spoiler alert, you're the bully now. And I see that online too. Like there's a bunch of people that'll be like, this person said anime was stupid and blah, blah, blah way back when, and now they're into anime now? Wow, what a bunch of bullshit. Like, I'm going to go and make sure that their life is hell. Obviously, that's exaggerated, but like, it does happen. So it's not just at the the top limelight people that we see constantly in the media, it's at the friends and family level too. So it's rampant, and it's becoming very annoying and very frustrating. So no, my stance is stop calling people anime LARPers. Stop calling people anime tourists. If they are into the medium, good for them. If it's fake, if they're just doing it to get a couple extra followers, who cares? Is it affecting your livelihood? Is it affecting your ability to sleep at night? Because, I mean, God knows that if that's the case, you need some serious help. But I promise you, it's not hurting you.
The only time you should be on the offensive and attack is when people are like, One Piece, the very conservative piece of media. And it's
That's
just
a whole different conversation.
That's when you're just like, okay, now you're just media literacy is just down the drain.
Obviously, people's inability to like actually understand the many layers that come in with series is ridiculous.
Wild.
AOT doesn't have anything to do with a autocratic government or anything like that. There's no reference to other regimes in certain eras.
One Piece isn't political at all.
No, it's just a bunch of pirates trying to find a treasure. There's nothing to do with the overthrowing of a government. The overthrowing of a government that's gone
years of history.
Yeah, that's gone outside of its original power and is trying to manipulate those around it in order to maintain and in fact grow it. No, there's nothing like that. Don't read into it. You're stupid. Fuck you. That's how those conversations go.
Like, if anything, media literacy does need to get a little bit better within the communities. Like that would probably, if I had like one big complaint for the year of just like things that people should focus on that matter, it is media literacy. And it's really going to come to
you can't teach people.
It's never going to get better. It's never going to get better, and it's all going to die when the final season of Oshinoko ends. It really is. I am ready for that shitstorm so bad.
I think, I mean, the point that you brought up, like, media literacy is something that you don't just like obtain out of the blue. You don't just wake up and have like a euphoric moment. You're like, oh, I understand.
That's what he meant when he said the thing.
I understand the deeper meanings behind the writings. Like, oh my God, it all makes sense now. But I think it does bring up a point of like, the only way we know people's opinions is because they say it out loud. They comment it. They make videos on it, right? They post about it, whatever. My take on it is, if you see a post and you don't agree with it, just leave it. If you see a video that you might find to be completely backwards, that is totally against your viewpoint of an anime or whatever, just step away. Leave it be. Okay? If you want to post an opinion, if you want to post a comment, just understand that comes with consequences. People are probably going
for criticism.
Yeah, people will be critical, right? You're not the only one that has an opinion. Other people have opinions. We've said this time and time again. And I think like it's that getting in that headspace is very is where anime fans struggle the most, I think. I think a lot of fans, and I will be hyperbolic with this, I'll say.
Yeah.
A lot of fans think I have an opinion and I have a platform to say it on, but I'm unwilling to accept criticism of my opinion. And I think that's completely wrong. I think that goes against the whole idea of having an opinion, because having an opinion kind of it's an invitation for others to challenge it. Like, it's the beauty of having the ability to free think and the ability to share your thoughts too, openly. It's great.
Yeah.
So I think, and I'll tie it back to the anime LARPing, when people make comments, when people shout and scream online and complain, and you start name calling, one, it gives a really bad look on the anime community as a whole. It makes us seem like this inbred fucking closed gate cult community that doesn't welcome new people unless you're like vetted through 38,000 steps and have 20,000 references, and oh, you have to pay the yearly fee, which is my Crunchyroll subscription. Thank you very much. Like, it's just not a good look on us, right? And the other piece to it is, there's not much to someone liking it, even if they don't. Okay, you're not affected by it. It's not going to ruin you. It's not going to stop you from watching more anime or buying manga. I know people are freaking out. They're like, if Logan Paul gets into it, then all of his fucking followers are gonna buy up the manga. And I'm like, it's no, they're not.
The
They
funniest part
can't
about
read.
that
First
is
off, they can't read, so don't worry.
but also the funniest part about that is like any volume ones that are worth anything are first and
Yeah,
foremost
they're
already in the past.
yeah.
B, you never know what series is gonna be the next greatest thing in the world. Like I bought volume 1 of the Underdoctor manga when I was in Japan because I really enjoyed it. I didn't buy it because I think it's going to be worth anything in the future. I just really enjoyed chapter 1 and chapter 2 and just so happened to be in the right place to buy it. And if it's worth money in the future, great. It's still going to sit on my shelf down there.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like the majority of the community is just going to be like buying up volume ones of different things. Like nobody's
No.
gonna go out and buy volume 1 or volume 20 first edition of Chainsaw Man whenever it comes out.
No.
Like that just seems silly. People like those type of people really only care about the first volumes, and there are so many volume ones that are just not good.
And again, like I'll leave the manga grading for a second, but I
Yeah,
the again, just because Logan Paul is now a part of the anime community, or just because The Weeknd is performing at the Anime Awards, it 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 doesn't mean anything to what the anime community has already created, right? Like,
yeah,
we have dedicated fans. Like, it's I love seeing more people join. It means more people get to watch what I find to be some of the best material being put out there on a quarterly basis, on a yearly basis, compared to most other media. Like, if more people I get to talk with more and more people about all of my favorite series and all of the new series coming out and stuff, great. Like, that's wonderful. And if I get to see more people at anime conventions, like enjoying the experience, going through Artist Alley, supporting local artists, meeting voice actors, going to panels, like, that's great. You love to see it. Like, that's the whole point of being a part of this
what it's all
community.
about.
Yeah. If people are going there and they're, there to directly cause you to have a negative experience, right? Like, if they're going there and they're actually being disruptive, if they're starting conflicts or whatever, then yeah, obviously we want to remove that. You don't want to remove that from anything, like any type of gathering, any type of event of that sort, right? It's not limited to anime. Like, I wouldn't want that
Yeah.
if I went to a Magic the Gathering convention, or if I went to a sporting
Video
event,
game.
or yeah, exactly. Like, you want them removed. I was like, you don't represent us. You're not who we want a part of this community, right?
Yeah.
But if
At
people
the
are,
end of the day,
yeah,
like I just we had a panel. We've done it a couple times, and maybe we'll bring it back one day. But there is an anime for everybody. There really is. And is
yeah,
One Piece the anime for Logan Paul? Probably not. But there is definitely stuff out there for him. And I think that kudos to him. Great. You're welcome to the media. Don't be a fucking dickhead. Find what you like. It may not be One Piece, but it might be like the fuck. I forgot the title of it already. I had it in my brain the muscle like it's basically the wrestling show one the mighty muscles or whatever or ultimate god damn it nope I gotta look it up now but like
I think I know which one you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, like, it.
yeah it's
And
called
here's the thing.
ultimate muscle but just like there is an anime for everyone there really is
And here's the thing too. Again, I'm gonna say this time and time again just to reinforce it. If Logan Paul says some stuff online that you don't agree with, just leave it
just
alone.
ignore them
Who cares, right? It would be the same with
Less
as much as I
engagement, and it goes away from your timeline,
love her
and you'll be a
dearly.
happier person.
If Megan the Stallion said some stupid ass shit, I'd just be like, you know what, Megan? I at least am still happy knowing that you're watching anime. You still have, even though I don't agree with you here. If you think JJK is the best thing that's been made in the last 10 years, I would, part of me wants to show you a whole plethora of anime. We can have a whole slumber party event. I'll schedule it. Don't worry.
And if they say some fucking racist or ignorant bullshit, just block and move on.
Well, yeah,
Just move on with your day.
I'm certainly
There
not
are levels
saying,
to it, but
just put blinders on, but you don't have to fight back. You don't have to vehemently put up the
if you don't,
blockades to prevent people like this from joining. Again, if they're genuine, if they're fake about it, who cares? It doesn't affect you. Just move on. The last thing I'll say, because I think at this point we've talked enough about the LARPing piece, but I did want to go back really quickly to the manga grading, because I think it feeds into it, right? The collectability stuff, because I think that's where a lot of people are getting afraid about, like, oh, there's going to be all these other fake ass
there's
anime
gonna be
fans,
rush on Barnes and Noble.
fake ass fans coming in just because they think they can make a pretty penny from buying up, first editions, getting them graded, blah blah blah. I'm like, again, hey, guess what? I don't want to be that person, but the only way those people can actually profit is if you're dumb enough to buy it afterwards. There needs to be demand to meet the supply. If there's no demand, which I would hope that most of it would come from anime fans, not like weird collector, like brokers or whatever. Like if there's no demand from us, then it doesn't matter. But it did bring up, I had a conversation when I was in Japan with some other friends there. We were talking about first editions, and I had funny enough, I had bought
Funnily, yeah, whatever.
I had bought the first edition of The Dangers in My Heart because there was like a special insert that
Shiki
came
board
with it.
or whatever.
No, it wasn't a shiki board. It was like some additional art that was actually in the
Okay.
manga itself. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, right? And it wasn't. It was basically the same price as a normal volume that I would pay for here, so I bought it, and I was gonna show it off in a video, and they were like, no, don't. Like, you don't want to give that impression of yourself, like you came here just to buy first editions. And it made me very sad, because I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right, because people would flame me. Like, people would go online and be like, wow, you only went to Japan just to buy first editions? Or you're like, you're taking this out of, like, the market, even though you can't read Japanese. Like, you're just doing it because you're a collector. I'm like, no, I'm doing it because I love this series and it's something special to me. Like, I'm not gonna go sell it. Like, I'm not gonna get it graded. I'm like, why does it matter? But it did hit with me. I'm like, you know what? You are 110% right. Like, people will go online and just be like, you're a fake fan. What a fake fan, just going there, blah blah blah. You're only in there because you're greedy. You're trying to profit. Yada yada.
Not me going to Japan as well this year and buying the first volume or first edition of volume 15 of Witch Hat because it had an acrylic stand with it.
Yeah, it's
Like,
because
fuck
we
me.
do it because we're fans. I'm looking at them now. I have
And I
all
will
of the
say, it's like the one legitimate way that I actually know that the artist will be paid is if you buy an actual physical edition
yeah
at a new bookstore, like
yeah.
not
It's
used
great.
bookstore, but new bookstore.
Yeah, you
It's
won't
like
grab
I know for a fact my money is going to them.
you won't catch
Wonderful.
the ire of the I apologize, I forget their name, but you won't catch the ire of the Gachiakuta mangaka when you admit online that you read their series illegally via Discord. You fucking idiot. But no, but like I have all the JoJo magazines, and they're all in Japanese. I can't read them, but I love JoJo's. It's like one of my favorite series. The same thing, I have the Jump volume for Steel Ball Run, and I have the Jump volume for when JoJo Lands came out too, right? Like, I do it
Yeah.
because I love it. I don't do it because I'm like, one day I will get them graded and I'll make millions of dollars. Logan Paul, give me
Yeah.
your number. I have something special. Like, no, I do it
Uh,
because I'm a fan. I do it because I love it. And if people think that makes me a LARPer, I'll wear it with a badge of honor then. But at the end of the day, I think people need to cool it with the name calling. Calm down. It doesn't affect you. Let's just all be welcoming, open arms. for any new
Until they say
fans.
some ignorant bullshit, and then
Yeah,
you
again,
fucking just
until
say,
until they become disruptive or they become toxic or whatever, right? Then certainly we can shoo them away. But I think for the meantime, I who cares? Who cares? If maybe this will lead, he'll learn how to read for once. I don't, again, his followers don't know. I'm sure this will be a great opportunity for him to read. That's probably why he got it graded, because he's like, it'll, no
I
one,
can't read, so I
I
can't
can't
take
read.
it out.
Yeah, exactly. For me, this is the only way to actually keep it intact. Otherwise, I would just set it on fire and go grill some meat over it because I'm a caveman.
Booga booga booga.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you all for listening and being able to listen to us. Hopefully you withstood that. Hopefully we provided a little bit more to this subject that hasn't been said elsewhere, or you
Yeah.
resonated with you. We'll see.
Eh.
If you agree with us, please let us know why you agree, or if you disagree, please let us know why you disagree with us. Because I think that would be interesting, and just to have an open conversation about it. But we will be back next week with a brand new episode. But if you want more of us, please go follow us on social medias at Bakacopodcast, wherever you get your social media feed. But until next time,
No, wait, wait,
Spark
wait.
Time.
I'm not gonna let you do this again.
Oh no, you're right. Fuck me.
I saved you.
Yes, you did. About just under a month from now, Memorial Day weekend, May 21st, I think, is the weekend, if I remember correctly.
That sounds
Yes,
about right.
MomoCon in Atlanta, May 21st through the 24th, 5th? One of the two.
That seems really
We
long.
will be, yes, we will be at MomoCon that weekend. We will be presenting a panel Saturday evening. So if you want to see us in person, talk to us, chat with us, have a beer with us, by all means, we'll be available. I don't know. I'm down to drink, but we will be at MomoCon, which is in Atlanta. So if you want to meet us or you're in the area, please let us know, and we'd love to have you, or love to meet up with y'all. But we will be presenting a panel Saturday night, so please come out and join us for a fun evening of tattoo talks. But until next time, Spark Triumph. We'll see you then.